Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? El día de hoy les traemos una práctica completa desde la sala de espera. La verdad que es una práctica bien compleja y un poco difícil, pero es uno de los escenarios que podrían tocar y queremos ayudarles a prepararse para este escenario. En esta ocasión hemos colocado subtítulos tanto de las preguntas como de las posibles respuestas para que tengan una idea cómo pudieran responder ante este escenario. Recuerden utilizar los subtítulos únicamente como apoyo, no se guíen por ellos, porque lo que buscamos con estos videos es ver qué tan preparados están para contestar en un escenario como este. Ahora, si se te hace muy complicada esta entrevista, no te preocupes, tenemos muchos videos aquí en nuestro canal de YouTube que te pueden ayudar a prepararte para contestar a esta entrevista. También, si te gustaría tener una preparación más organizada y detallada con material de apoyo, puedes buscar nuestro curso cursosconfernando.com. Este curso viene con más de 50 clases en las cuales cada una viene, ¿verdad?, con su material de apoyo, ya sean audio y transcripciones. También te vamos guiando paso a paso en un orden específico para que puedas aprender todo lo que sea referente a la entrevista de la ciudadanía. Recuerda visitar nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. Muy bien, ¿qué les parece si vamos a practicar el día de hoy? P66. P66. How are you doing today? Great. Can I see your appointment letter, please? Thank you. Check that. Yes. Perfect. My name is Officer Blanco, and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Please follow me. How's your day so far? Great? Good to know. Follow me. Please step inside and remain standing. Okay. You can put your stuff in the chair next to you. Before we begin, do you understand what an oath is? Okay. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. You can put your hand down and you can take a seat. Okay. We're gonna begin. I'm gonna need your fingerprints. Can you please put your right index finger on the scanner? Thank you. Can you now put your left index finger? Thank you. Now I'm just gonna need a picture. Can you please look into the camera? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you. Can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and your ID? Okay, you don't need to give them to me. Just show them. Perfect. You can put them away. Do you have any questions before we begin? Did you fill out this application yourself? Is there anything that needs to be updated on your application? Okay. How long have you been a permanent resident? Okay. What is your date of birth? What is your full legal name? Are you going to do a name change? What other names have you gone by? Okay. What is your height and your weight? What are the last 4 of your social security number? Okay. Can you please give me your phone number? Okay. What is your email? What do you do for a living? What's the name of your employer? How long have you worked there? What are some of your job duties? Are you married? Have you ever been divorced? Okay. Were you married back in your country of origin? Do you have any children? Who lives with you? What is your current address? How long have you lived there? Where did you live before? Why did you move? Have you traveled out of the United States since you submitted your application? When is the last day that you traveled out of the United States? How long was this trip for? And where did you travel to? Okay, I can see that. In the last 5 years, how many trips have you taken out of the United States? In any of these trips, did you spend more than 6 months out of the United States? Okay. Now we're going to do the civic test. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You have to answer correct, at least 6 of them, okay? What is an amendment? Name 2 national U.S. holidays. What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? Name 1 state that borders Canada. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? What movement tried to end racial discrimination? What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? Who makes federal laws? Name 1 problem that led to the Civil War. Who vetoes bills? Okay. Now we're going to do the writing and reading test. On the screen that you see in front of you, I'm going to display a sentence for you to read, and also you're going to write a sentence. First, can you please read the following sentence that is in front of the screen? Thank you. You're going to write the following sentence on the tablet. President Washington is the father of our country. President Washington is the father of our country. Perfect. Congratulations, you approved these two portions of the interview, the civic questions and also the reading and writing test. Now, please answer yes or no to the following questions. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Why not? Can you please explain to me why you have not voted in the United States? Correct, because you're not a citizen yet, and only citizens are allowed to vote. Do you now have or do you ever had inheritance title or an order of nobility from any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Let me check on that. When you file your taxes, do you file your taxes by yourself? Okay. Usually when you file your taxes, do you have to pay taxes or you receive a refund? Okay, let's continue. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or any way associated with the Communist Party? Any other totalitarian party? A terrorist organization? Can you please explain to me why it's wrong to support a communist party? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following: genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion? What is genocide? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups: military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization? Can you please tell me what is a guerrilla group? Thank you. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following: prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? Do you understand what a detention facility is? Can you please tell me in Spanish what is a detention facility? Just in Spanish. Thank you. Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that uses a weapon against any person or threaten to do so? Did you ever self-give or provide weapons to any person, or help another person self-give or provide weapons to any person? Do you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Do you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? Do you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that help or support people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Do you understand what cited is? What is cited? Okay. Have you ever been charged with committed, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or rehabilitated program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed in probation, or been paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? How about back in your country of origin? Were you ever in prison or jail there? Were you ever arrested there? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? What is a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substance, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Do you understand what deportation is? Can you please explain to me what is deportation? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? Okay, I want you to put a lot of attention to these questions, okay? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Do you understand what bear arms on behalf of the United States means? Can you please explain it to me? Okay. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Do you understand what is to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Okay. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Can you please give me an example in how you can provide help or work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, great. Everything is clear. Congratulations, you have approved your citizenship interview. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué te pareció la práctica? Espero que la hayas podido contestar todas. Si no la puedes contestar todas, recuerda, tenemos mucho material de apoyo y también está nuestro curso cursosconfernando.com, en el cual te damos todas las herramientas para que contestes este video y todas las prácticas que te ponemos aquí en nuestro canal. Muy bien, nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.